What's up, agents? It's your boy VAKC back again. And listen, Valorant Patch 11.8 is stacked up. It's 11.08, okay, stacked. We got new map rotations, major agent nerfs and buffs, weapon recoil changes, and even Riot's new way to get Smurf and boosters. And that's not it. There's map changes, the map rework, everything is getting a very nice and fresh look, okay? So let's deep dive into this video and see what other changes are coming in this particular video, okay? And see what's Riot all over it again. Let's deep dive into this video. So let's see what are the changes coming up in Valorant Patch Notes 11.08. Okay, Phantom Bulldog. Horizontal required patterns adjusted, lower directional switches, higher consistency. So no more here and there spamming anywhere and you can hit the bullets. No, you have to be very precise with your gameplay with Vandal, Phantom and Bulldog. Protected bullets increase for spray stability, Vandal 4 to 6 and Phantom 6 to 8. So that changes a lot in the gameplay. Previously after 4 bullets your spray would have gone here and there, but now for 6 bullets, your spray will be intact and you can hit the body shots easily. Same goes with Phantom, easy body shots, you don't have to trouble a lot. Spectre and Stinger. Stinger loses accuracy more quickly under sustained fire. So if you're going with SMGs and running and attacking, there might be probability you miss the targets, okay? And now it's more about not running and spraying, it's more about how consistent are you with the tackling the opponents. If they are nearby, you can't just spray and just be like, oh yeah, that is gonna be done. No, you have to be very precise with your attacks. Spectre, reduce spread and faster recovery to per shot accuracy. So it's more about now changing from, just whenever we were using Spectre, we were like, okay, we're just gonna start shooting and it might hit the body. Now that accuracy will be a little bit more compared to the previous notes or previous patches, okay? Protected bullet logic standardized with rifles. It's the same with how rifles goes, so yeah, it's not that much of a change up there. Gameplay changes. Near sight visibility range increased from 5 meter to 7 meter across all relevant abilities. So now, whenever you're using whenever you get blinded by Omen, Reyna or Fade, what the visibility you're seeing was like this much, now it's gonna increase by this much. So there's a little bit of change on the visibility range, so that's a good change. That's a nerf, that's a buff for the people who get blinded, but it's a kind of nerf for the people who actually uses the blind. So that's a big L to the people who use blind characters or blind agents. Most non-ultimate stuns now last 2.5 seconds uniformly. So if it's not an ultimate, it's gonna only last till like 2.5 seconds. So if you're using Neon or if you're using Breach and you're trying to stun someone, I'm pretty much sure you can't make them stun for more than 2.5 seconds in the upcoming patch. Teams standardized across Brimstone, Reyna Empress and Gale Overdrive. So previously we had Brimstone and Reyna going with their teams, like whenever Reyna went to the Empress or whenever Brimstone used the team Beacon, they would increase their speed, they would increase their fire aim ability. Now the same ability comes to Gale. Whenever he uses the ult, he will be having faster approach. He will be having, not only he will be able to control the opponent's abilities, like they will be completely stunned, their abilities won't be usable. As at the same time, he would be a bit faster with precise gunplay and movement. About the agents, what changes are coming to agents as of right now? Signature ability cooldown 40 to 60 seconds. So whatever ability you're using, which can go to cooldown, will be increased from 40 seconds to 60 seconds. So whatever ability you're gonna use, which is a rechargeable one, think before you use, because the time it's gonna take, it's almost 1 minute. So yeah, you gotta think before you use. So it includes Sova's Rick and Bolt, which is a way of finding where the opponents are. Fade Hunt, obviously. Gale 0 point, Flash, I think the one which turn off the abilities for the opponents. Breach Fault Line. So everything which is a rechargeable one takes almost 60 seconds in the new patch. Duration standardization from 2.25 seconds. So whoever you're gonna flash it, remember it's only for 2.25 seconds. After that, they will be able to see you. Breach. Now we're gonna go on to the agent one by one. Breach, faster fall line wind up, reduce ultimate coverage and concuss duration, lower ultimate point requirement. So The faster fall line wind up will be there, so it will be a bit faster. This ability will be a little bit faster from the previous patches. The ultimate coverage will be a bit less, and the conquest duration will be also less. So if previously it was 3 seconds, now it will be reduced to like 2.5 seconds, I think. And the ultimate low point will be lowered. It was like 8 or 9, I think, and it will be reduced to 7 or 8, I think. So that's how much they're gonna change the ultimate point for Breach. Moving on to Fate, ultimate duration and area reduce. So Fate gets a big nerf because her ultimate is like a big game changer for anyone. So if you're using Fate, it's a big bad news for you. Hauntai remains active for a short time, so Hauntai will be a little bit, to find the mark the opponent, it's gonna be a little bit change in the time, I guess. To Gecko, longer cooldown after reclaiming Wingman or Trash, so it's gonna be like, I think it said 60 seconds to get it back up. So if you reclaim it, you have to wait 60 seconds at least. So, bro, it gives less time to use. So you have to think when you have to use those characters. Wingman and Trash have reduced HP for clearer counterplay. So now, if you use Trash or even Wingman, you have to be sure where you're using them, because the time taking for them to, the health they have reduced. So previously it took like 10 bullets to kill Trash. Now it might take like 6 or 7. So Gecko gets a nerf too. Agent controllers. We have done with the Initiators. Now we go on controllers. Controller receive major updates to bring their utility in line with the rest of the roster. Universal adjustments to all the controllers. Near side counterplay improved. So yeah, their near side will be a little bit bigger, okay, compared to any other. Concuss and Steam standardizations applied globally. As you know, Concuss and Steam, whatever is happening, it's happening to every single agent in that particular controller group. Rechargeable cooldown increased across Astra and Omen, as we know already. And Gravity will pull cooldown increased to 60 seconds. Everything is going 60 seconds, as you know. Gravity Well's fragile debuff duration shortened. So whenever that pull happens, it's for a short period. So if you're using it, use it wisely, or you will miss your chance, and that you don't want to miss. So if anybody is on the spike and if they're defusing, you have to be precise when you're gonna use that pull. If they're already done halfway and you use the pull, might be a chance that you might win the round, but if you're using at the starting, there's a chance that you might lose the round. So you have to use that pull very, very precisely now. Omen, smoke cooldown increased but below 60 seconds. So one thing is that Omen gets a nerf, but not completely nerf, because now the duration for the cooldown, there's a cooldown for Omen smoke now, so that's pretty cool. Paranoia near sight radius reduced, travel speed increase. So whenever you're gonna go for a blind to someone, please remember the sight is like the radius is reduced, but the travel speed has increased. So if you want to use that, use it very precisely. If they're nearby, use it. If they're far, just try to keep it for a longer duration. Whenever you see the chance, when you see the opening, just go for that. Otherwise, just save your fucking ability. You don't want to misuse your ability anymore. Wiper decay on enemies walking through smokes or walls reduce, less instant HP loss. So if you're walking through Wiper's wall or through their smoke, your HP reduction will be less compared to the old days when the HP used to go like way down. So okay, Brimstone. Steam began adjusted to align with new systemic tuning. So as I said, Brimstone, Reyna, and KO will be having the same speed for their shooting and for their running. If Reyna goes to her ult, and if KO goes to his ult, or Brimstone uses his Steam Beacon, it's gonna be the same rate, okay? It's not gonna be like anything different. Cooldown for destroyed utility goes from 45 seconds to 60 seconds. Every single utility, every single ability goes from 45 to 60 seconds, okay? They're all the same right now. Health of breakable gadgets reduced. So if you're using a camera or if you're using a Wise flash, remember, if they're broken, so like the health of them are being reduced. If it took like 4 bullets, now it might take 2 or 3 bullets, you never know. So that's a very small updates, small things make the game a little bit big. These barriers are HP reduced from 80 to 800 to 600. So the barrier that Sage makes goes from 800 to 600. So if it took like 7 bullets, it might take now 5 bullets. To the Duelist, Yoru gets a big nerf. Is Flash and fake out goes from 2 seconds to 1.6 seconds. His ultimate is like now you can't do any flashes or you can't do any TP. You should fake out from Yoru. So that's a big change for Yoru. Like previously Yoru used to be like carrying the team, now he just can't. He really can't, which is a major change. Off-screen flashes now behave like initiator flashes. So if you've seen like how initiator flash, that's how Yoru's flash gonna be. It's not gonna be like way too much big shit. Neon got a sprint duration boost, so you can sprint a little bit more. But remember, the more you run, the more fuel will be drained and the more time it will take to increase the fuel, because they have slowed down the fuel regeneration. So you have to use that in a very, very precise manner. You have to use the Neon Speedster in a very precise manner. You just can't go and starting like how my friend Ashweiler does. He just starts roaming around with his sprinting ability and then realizes, oh, his fuel generation has already there. So now you don't have to like think like that. If you use that in a very bad, or if you spam that thing, you have to think about how the regeneration is gonna work. You just can't go deliberately going here and there. You can't do that anymore. So that's a big update for Neon. Relay Bolt concussive duration reduced from 3.5 seconds to 2.5 seconds. Every ability is going like for every concussive ability is going from 3.5 to 2.5, which makes it more stable. And that's everything about Valorant Patch 11.08. Agent, maps, weapons, meta, all in one place. If this saved your time, hit like, comment your main map, first, follow, or best, and subscribe for more breakdowns. I'm signing off. A big AC. Stay cracked, stay flush, peace out, and I'm sorry if I say I'm still in silver. I'm no more pro, so I'm happy. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have fun.